Have you ever faced a door slammed shut in your face, only to find it was the best thing that could have happened to you? Well, today we're diving deep into the art of turning the tables on rejection, inspired by none other than the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Imagine you're in a world where every no doesn't push you down but propels you forward. Rejection, a word that often brings a sting, can become your stepping stone to greatness. It's not about tricking fate, but understanding that sometimes the universe's no is a hidden yes to something greater. So, are you feeling overlooked, ignored, or undervalued? It's time to flip the script. In this video, we'll unpack 13 powerful lessons that teach you to harness the power of rejection. We're not just talking theory, these are practical, real-world strategies that you can apply in your daily life. Before we jump in, let's make sure this wisdom reaches as many as possible. Hit that like button and ring the notification bell. It tells YouTube you're finding value in what we're sharing. Now, let's get started on this transformative journey together. Ready to turn your rejections into your greatest victories? Number 1, ignore them. When life hands you the cold shoulder of indifference, don't shrink back, rise above it. Ignoring those who ignore you isn't petty. It's a powerful statement of your self-worth. Imagine this: someone decides you're not worth their time. That's their loss, not yours. By choosing not to engage, you're saying, I am worth more. It's like turning a mirror towards them, silently reflecting their behavior and showing them you're unaffected. Now, how do you do this without losing yourself in bitterness? Simple: focus on your life, your goals, your happiness. Dive into activities that enrich you, be it reading, sports, learning a new skill, or just enjoying the company of those who do value you. This isn't about getting back at someone, it's about reclaiming your energy and investing it where it matters. Sometimes it stings when someone ignores us, but instead of dwelling in that pain, use it as a catalyst for growth. I build a fortress of self-respect and let their indifference bounce off it. You're not just surviving their rejection, you're thriving despite it. This approach doesn't just show emotional maturity, it's a testament to your inner strength. Remember, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Stay true to yourself and let your actions speak louder than their silence. 2, don't react emotionally. Rejection can sting, making you want to react, to let your emotions run wild. But here's a secret weapon from the Stoic playbook: calmness. When someone brushes you off, it's tempting to let frustration or sadness take the driver's seat. Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece, offers a different path that suggests embracing a composed, thoughtful response. This isn't about suppressing your feelings, it's about not letting them control you. When you're ignored, instead of getting upset or seeking validation, take a step back. Ask yourself, why is this bothering me? Often it's not the rejection itself, but our own insecurities that hurt us the most. Here's where we need to get practical. You're being ignored, breathe. Reflect on why this moment isn't defining you, it's just that a moment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and responses, not on others' behavior. So stay polite, stay kind. If you feel like reaching out, do so with genuine concern, not expectation. This approach isn't about being passive, it's about being master of your emotions. It's recognizing that your self-worth isn't tied to others' approval. It's why your power lies in how you respond, not in how others treat you. That's a game changer. Adopting this mindset isn't easy, but it's transformative. When you master calmness in the face of rejection, you're not just handling a tough situation, you're growing. You're learning that your inner peace doesn't depend on external validation. It's a journey towards self-confidence, where you learn to value yourself independently. By doing this, you show real strength and resilience. And guess what? That's incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who are self-assured, those who don't crumble at the first sign of indifference. So by staying calm, you're not just coping, you're thriving. You're becoming someone who can face rejection and turn it into a stepping stone for personal growth. That's the Stoic way. 3, remove them from your mind. When faced with rejection, harnessing the art of detachment becomes a powerful tool in your arsenal. This isn't about forgetting or pretending the rejection didn't sting, it's about channeling that experience into something transformative. Let's start by acknowledging the rejection. Feel its impact, but don't let it anchor your thoughts. Like a skilled sailor navigating rough seas, use the waves to steer you forward, not to capsize your boat. Transforming rejection requires a shift in perspective. Picture rejection not as a roadblock, but as a detour sign, guiding you towards new paths and possibilities. Explore activities that enrich your spirit and broaden your horizons. Dive into a book that challenges your thinking. Take up a sport that tests your limits, or volunteer in a community project that offers a fresh perspective. These aren't just distractions, they are stepping stones to self-discovery and growth. Every new experience carves out a part of you, making you more resilient, more adaptable. Also, cultivate a circle of positivity. First, surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. In their company, share your aspirations and listen to theirs. Such interactions create an environment where mutual growth thrives. Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth, it's an invitation to rediscover and reinvent yourself. As you navigate this journey, you'll find that what once seemed like a painful rejection was, in fact, a nudge towards a more fulfilling path. 4. Demonstrate your value. Rejection stings, but it's also a litmus test for your resilience. Instead of wilting under its weight, view it as a chance to reveal your grit. Next time you're sidestepped in a meeting or overlooked for a promotion, take a breath. Instead of brewing a storm of self-pity or bitterness, channel that energy into constructive action. Work on a project that highlights your skills or offer to lead a new initiative. Your value isn't diminished by others' oversight, it's an opportunity to shine brighter, undeterred by the shadows of dismissal. Remember that old saying, when one door closes, another opens. That's not just idle chatter, it's a blueprint for action. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a redirection to where you're needed more. If you're passed over for a role, maybe it's the universe nudging you towards something that aligns better with your talents and passions. Use this as a catalyst to reassess and realign. What are your core strengths? And how can you pivot to make the most of them? It's about creating your success story, one where every setback is a setup for a comeback. This isn't about plastering a smile over disappointment, it's about embracing the full spectrum of emotions and then moving forward with grace. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions and reactions. When faced with rejection, practice empathy, both for yourself and others. Maybe that colleague who overlooked you is battling their own insecurities. Extend understanding not as a weakness, but as a testament to your strength. Grow from these experiences. May reflect on them, learn, and then, like a phoenix, rise from the ashes of rejection, more formidable and wise than before. Rejection, therefore, isn't the end of your story, it's a twist in the plot, pushing you towards becoming the most authentic, resilient version of yourself. I'd face it head on, with the wisdom of the ages and the vitality of youth, and watch as it transforms from your biggest fear to your greatest ally in personal growth and success. 5. Cut off contact. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's a powerful tool in your emotional toolkit, especially when dealing with rejection. Imagine you've been ignored or turned down. Your instinct might scream to fix it, to reach out, to bridge that gap. But here's where you flip the script, embrace silence. It's not about playing games, it's about regaining your power. When you choose not to react, not to bombard with messages or calls, you're taking a step back. This pause isn't just for them, it's for you. To recalibrate, to remember that your worth isn't tied to someone's approval. Let's dig deeper. This silence isn't passive, it's active and strategic. You're not just waiting, you're reflecting and growing. It's a time to refocus on your goals, your passions, your life. Think of it as a reset button, giving you clarity and strength. This period of no contact isn't cold or unkind, it's a boundary you set for your mental peace. It's saying, I respect myself too much to chase or beg. This mindset isn't just stoic, it's empowering. It speaks volumes about your self-worth and confidence. But ultimately, consider the silent message you're sending. In a world where instant responses are expected, your silence can be intriguing, even attractive. It shows you're not easily shaken, that you have a life full of interest and priorities beyond this rejection. It's not about making them regret or come back crawling, it's about showing you're solid, centered, and committed to yourself. And that's the most powerful message you can send. 6. Level up your goals. Rejection can be a brutal wake-up call, but it's also a nudge to aim higher. When someone closes a door, think of it as an opportunity to climb through a window that leads to something even better. Instead of letting rejection make you feel smaller, use it to fuel your ambition. Take a hard look at your current goals. Are they big enough? Challenging enough? Sometimes we aim too low out of fear of failure. Rejection is your cue to reassess and go after what you truly want. Think about how many successful people faced countless rejections before making it. Big writers, entrepreneurs, scientists. They didn't give up, they leveled up. Set your sights on a goal that excites you, that scares you a little. Embrace the grind and remember that rejection is just part of the process. With each step forward, you're turning rejection into a launching pad for something greater. 7. Strengthen your skills. When someone rejects you, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt. Instead, use this moment as a chance to sharpen your skills. If you're not getting hired for the job you want or not attracting the relationships you desire, ask yourself, what skills can I work on? This isn't about proving others wrong, it's about becoming your best self. Rejection is feedback, a sign that there's room for growth. Embrace it as a push to refine your talents. Enroll in a course, read books, practice relentlessly. Whether it's a professional skill like public speaking or a personal trait like empathy, every improvement makes you stronger. The Stoics believed in continuous self-improvement, focusing on what you can control. By strengthening your skills, you're shifting the focus from external approval to internal growth. Rejection won't feel like an obstacle, it'll become a stepping stone towards your own personal excellence. 8. Reframe rejection as redirection. The Stoics taught us that life is filled with unexpected twists, and that we should learn to welcome them. Rejection isn't a stop sign, it's a detour. When you're turned away from something, consider that maybe it wasn't meant for you. There's a reason that path is closed. It could be leading you to something better. This isn't about making yourself feel better with comforting words, it's about reorienting your mindset. When you see rejection as redirection, you're not losing, you're pivoting. Imagine you applied for a job and didn't get it. Instead of dwelling on the no, look at other doors that may now open. Use this time to explore new industries, develop unique skills, or even pursue an idea you'd shelved. Rejection isn't blocking your success, it's pointing you toward a path that's truly meant for you. 9. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Facing rejection can feel isolating, but it's crucial to have a support system that lifts you up. Spend time with people who see your potential, even when you might not see it yourself. These are friends, family, or mentors who genuinely want you to succeed. They're the ones who remind you that a single no doesn't define you, and they push you to keep going when you're tempted to give up. This isn't about seeking validation, it's about surrounding yourself with positive reinforcement. When you're consistently around people who believe in you, you'll start to believe in yourself too. Their encouragement helps you keep perspective and reminds you that rejection is just one piece of your journey. And remember, you're also there to lift them up. Support goes both ways, and in helping each other, you all grow stronger. 10. Take calculated risks. Your rejection can be intimidating, making you hesitant to put yourself out there again. But here's the key, don't let it stop you from taking risks. Instead, let it teach you to take smarter risks. This means being strategic and thoughtful about where you invest your time and energy. You're not avoiding failure, you're learning to fail better. The Stoics taught that courage is one of the highest virtues, and facing rejection head-on is an act of courage. If you're passionate about something, whether it's a project, a relationship, or a dream, don't let fear hold you back. Analyze the risk, weigh the pros and cons, and go after it with a clear mind. Remember, each rejection is a step closer to success. The more risks you take, the more resilient you become, and the more prepared you are for whatever life throws at you. 11. Let go of what you can't control. Stoicism teaches us that the only things within our control are our thoughts and actions. Rejection, however painful, is often beyond your control. You can't make someone hire you, like you, or value you. But you can control how you respond to that rejection. Let go of the need to control others' opinions and decisions. It's not your job to make everyone like you or to force opportunities that aren't a fit. This doesn't mean becoming apathetic. It means putting your energy where it matters, on your growth, your resilience, your actions. When you let go of what you can't control, rejection loses its power over you. When you become more grounded, more focused on what you can change, and ironically, this detachment often leads to better outcomes. When you're not desperately clinging to others' approval, you become more authentic, more confident, and more attractive to the right people and opportunities. 12. Use rejection to fuel gratitude. But when you're rejected, it's easy to focus on what you don't have. But try flipping the script. Instead of obsessing over what went wrong, focus on what you still have going for you. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the sting of rejection. Take a moment to reflect on the opportunities, relationships, and strengths you already possess. This isn't about ignoring your feelings, it's about putting them into perspective. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. You start to see that rejection hasn't taken anything away from your core self. In fact, it often clarifies what really matters. When you're grateful, you're also more resilient. You realize that your worth isn't based on a single person's opinion or a single missed opportunity. There's a whole world of possibility waiting for you, and gratitude opens your eyes to it. 13. Embrace the journey. Finally understand that rejection is part of the journey. It's not a roadblock, it's part of the road. Every no you encounter brings you closer to the yes you're looking for. Life isn't about avoiding rejection, it's about learning from it. Every successful person has faced rejection, often repeatedly. They didn't let it define them. Instead, they used it as fuel to keep going. Rejection tests your resolve and reveals what you're truly capable of. It strengthens you in ways success never could. So instead of fearing rejection, embrace it. Let it be the fire that forges you, the challenge that sharpens you. Remember, The journey is as important as the destination. Rejection is just one part of it, not the end of the story. And there you have it, minus 13 powerful ways to transform rejection from a setback into a comeback. These strategies aren't just about surviving rejection, they're about using it as a stepping stone to become the best version of yourself. So the next time you face a no, don't let it stop you. Let it push you to level up, to grow, and to become unstoppable. If you found these insights helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay inspired. Remember, rejection doesn't define you, how you respond does. So go out there, embrace the journey, and turn every rejection into fuel for greatness.